And Jules here from Joolsedesigns at JT Creations. Welcome to my channel. So what we're doing today is we're adding lace to pages. Now anybody that's followed me for a while knows that I like to put my pages on a fin. So instead of putting them in, you know, like that and slotting all the pages in there and stitching them in, what I tend to do is I fold them like that, and I make a spine with fins, and they're on my YouTube channel, on the actual face of my YouTube channel. The top video is a steampunk album, but it's creating the spine, and it's how I create a spine and fit these pages in. But what I do, I mean, you can stick them in, but what I normally do is I just stitch around them. I stitch the spines on, I stick them on with glue, and then I stitch them. But you don't have to stitch them. If you don't have a sewing machine, or you don't want to use, you know, your sewing machine for sewing paper, that's fine. Just make sure that the spines, you stick your page with glue stick or glue, and stick your spines on with a PVA glue. But what I also like to do on my journals is I like to add lace to all the pages, or some of the pages. So what I've done is I've left some of these pages free, and I've just stuck them down, you know, because they're double, they're quite substantial. And I started putting lace on them, and all I've been using is lace that I bought from Temu, which was probably about 39 pence, which could be probably about 25 cents, I'm not sure. Oh, bless me, I'm sneezing. And while I was doing that, I was going through my lace, and I found all these bits of ribbon and everything. And I decided, because this is my paper butterfly digital kit, and it's just all neutrals, beiges, greys, whites, and it's just all book page butterflies, as you can see. But what I did, and I decided to keep it in neutral tone, so what I decided to do was to make some butterflies from the ribbons. Now this bit is Christmas ribbon. It's plastic. It had wire in. I've taken the wire out, and then I just cut it, folded it up, and did round the, you know, to shape the wings, and then I stitched that one. But this one, I did two different types of ribbon. I just did a scrap bit of silk ribbon I've got, and some grosgrain, and then just stitched it through the middle, and then I just put some seed beads. I got gifted some seed beads from a friend. Thank you, Paula. And some of them don't fit on the needle, so it's a bit weird, you know. I've not got a needle thin enough to go through seed beads. And then I just stitched some seed beads on, and I thought they look really pretty just to decorate a page, because these pages you can journal on, you can put pockets on, you can do anything. So first of all, we'll put the lace on the pages. So it's the pages without the stitching, and if you wanted to, you could even stitch over that, but I'm not. So anybody that knows my journals knows that they just fall like that, so you can work on one page. It's brilliant. And what I've got is, yeah, you can use Fabri-Tac, but I've got this Trimits fabric glue, and it's for fabric and all craft projects. It was quite cheap. I got it from the local shop. Hang on, just let me put my microphone in, otherwise when I sit down I'll be mumbling, because I've got quite a quiet voice when it's away. It's my phone I use to video. So yeah, so I got it from my local material shop. It's a shop in the UK called Rejects, and it's a local shop in here in Fife in Scotland. But if you went to any you know, haberdashery shop, material shop, anything craft shop, you'd probably get and it's by Trimmets, and I quite like it, and it doesn't have that a lot of people don't like using Fabri-Tac or 3-in-1 because it's acetone based. One, it removes your nail varnish if you get it on your surface, any plastic surfaces, and two, it does have a bit of an odour. This one doesn't. And what I like about it, the lid is its stand, and I've had this for a few years. I've only just started using it the last year. So all I do is I just squeeze it and just squeeze a little bit, and then I just use the nozzle just to spread the glue a bit, and then I pop it back in. Now I'm not quite sure how much you get on these. They don't come on the cardboard, they come in a little plastic bag. And there's always a right side and a wrong side. And this lace is elasticated, so I don't want to stretch it too much. And because I'm sticking it on a digital with glue, sometimes the you know, there's sort of like liquid in the glue, and the ink will run because my digitals are printed off on an inkjet. I'm saving up for a laser printer because the ink doesn't run. You can sort of like coffee dye it after you've done everything. So there we are. One, and it's not even straight, it's a bit wonky like a donkey's hind leg, but I'm not bothered. And these bits, once it's really stuck down, then I'll go over and trim them. So then we'll put this in. That's it. And again, and I'm just using the same lace. I'm not, you know, you can use broderie anglaise, you can use mixed laces, you can do ruffle ribbons, things like that. But I'm just using the same lace because this is a butterfly journal, and I just want it all neutrals, but I want it pretty. And then I just, and this has got like a nice flat edge that I can use as a guide to stick it on my page. And just pull that down a bit so it's not, because that'll get trimmed off. And then we'll just not the greatest material scissors, these used too many times on paper, and paper does blunt your scissors. And then leave this one. And I've kind of alternated, although when I did start stitching the pages round, I kind of hadn't thought of putting lace on, and then it was, the more I looked at it, the more I thought, it's a butterfly. It's got butterflies, it needs to be lacy and pretty. Although it has got some grungy type pages. And if you've got die cuts or butterfly punches, you know, you can punch, try these scissors. You can punch out butterflies, or if you've got die cuts, you can do them with material. I'm not sure, I don't think punches do. Now this was the one that I stitched, but hey ho, doesn't matter. But the only reason I didn't stitch the others because it's a waste. Because I like to see the zigzag stitches, but I do like to see my lace, and I've kind of not used it for a good while and I was missing it. I'll put that there, just stick that down. And then we'll leave that like that. And then when I go to that, how pretty does that look? So, and then when you open it, and you've got your lace, and it just flips open. Because it's not in a spine yet, I've not because it's not in a cover yet, it doesn't flip open. And as I say, I'll trim all these off a bit later when it's dried. And you can see the butterflies already through that, but that's fine. It looks nice. You can, you can got a couple of layers of lace on. It's entirely up to you. And I do like lace. It always looks nice, when your journal's stood up like that. So we've got them. So I think we'll decide where we want these. So I'm going to put this one on here because this is kind of a white page. And I'm going to have it stuck out the journal a little bit. Now, I did stitch that, but I actually stapled it as well because I thought if I put the gold staples, they'll look like the body, but it didn't look very nice. It wasn't neat enough. So again, bit of trimmets and a bit on the end, and just put some randomly on the wings. And then we'll put that there. And if you wanted to decorate your butterflies, with wire antenna. And there we are. And that's got glue on that, but it'll stick to the lace, so that's fine. Then we've got this one, and it doesn't have to be on a lacy page. Quite like that one on there, actually. Like it at the top. So again, I'm going to put, and you have to watch that your glue doesn't seep through your ribbon because it'll stain. So one way to get through that is just to, rub it in a bit. Grosgrain's usually quite easy. It doesn't tend to go through. And you can use these butterflies to decorate your pockets and things like that. So that's a bit I'm just going to put that there. So this is one way of getting rid of all your, your little bits of scrap ribbon. So we'll put that to one side. I'll leave it open. And you'll need a needle and thread. I'm going to do this grey one. I'm going to do, and I didn't even measure it. I just kind of, picked. So I'll measure that and I'll tell you what it is. So it's 2.5 inches. You can have 2 inches. We'll try a 2-inch one, roughly 2 inch. And then we'll have some grosgrain. And I just put it up against it like that and just trimmed it. Doesn't matter if they're not the same length. And then what I usually do is I usually take my lighter and just go along. Most ribbons will fray, and just by singeing the ends just stops them. So I've got a needle and thread already here. And because that's got like a wide bit at the bottom, I'm going to use this. What I usually do is I put the ribbon in half so I can get the centre, and then I just press it down. And then I've got kind of a guide. And let me put a knot in. And I'm just using white tacking thread. Nothing. Yep. Have a little tail on that, but never mind. Just and that through again, and then all I do is I just tiny little tacking stitches up the middle of the ribbon. And then just pull it on the thread and pull it down. And pull it down as tight as I can. And then I just put a couple of little tacking stitches in just to hold that in place. You can see it's opened a bit, but never mind. And then again with this, just fold it in half, and I'm going in behind because I want the white wings on the top just to overlap the grey ones at the bottom. You don't have to be neat with this. And then we'll pull that one down. Whoops. Grosgrain's a little bit stiffer, so be careful. And then, whoops. A couple of little tacking stitches in just to hold the gather. And if you've gathered it up too much, you can always pull it out and redo it. There. And then all you do is you just manipulate it. Maybe I've gathered the grey one up a little bit too much, but it's fine. And I'm just putting although I've done the white to go over, it's fine. Not quite sure if I like that. But we'll see. And then I've got my little seed beads now. Now it's finding ones that'll actually go on the needle. Oh, so I've got 3 there. Find the front. And then what I usually do is I bring the beads down, just 3 at a time, and then I pull it, just put a stitch through. You can do it how you like, it's entirely up to you. Then I bring the needle through and just put it through the last bead. Yep. Because I've got glue on my fingers, I've had to... No, I'm not the greatest at threading. And I have got needle threaders. I'm just too lazy to get them out. And I've got one here. Okay, pull that through. And there we are, and then we'll put some more beads. These silvery white ones seem to go on better than the gold ones, and that one's not going to go on. Wouldn't even go past the first part of the needle. At least most of them I can get down to the bottom. No, that one's not going to go. Put that to one side. This one. And I think these beads are from Pinflare, but if you go to your local cheapy shop, you can get seed. Usually if you look in the kids section for jewellery making and things like that, you know, kids. And then go through and bring it down. Again, come up, and I go through the last bead. And this isn't a rule, you don't have to do this. It's just that, to me, I just found it easier to do that. This one, two. No, that one's not going to go on. This one. Yeah, I think I gathered the grey up just a little bit too much, but never mind. So I'm going to take this one down to the bottom of the grey ribbon. So I've used 9 beads, 9 little seed beads, so you can kind of work out they're not that big. I'm just going back through that last. I think I actually might put the grey on the top. I'm quite liking it now. Now I've got the beads on. It looks like a butterfly. I'm going to see if I can gather this glow grain up a little bit. I'm hoping I don't mess it up. So I'm just threading the no. I'm not going to pull it because I don't want to snap it. And I'm just stitching it and threading it through. And there we've got another little butterfly, and that was the tail that needed cut off, because when I put the knot in it and then put the second knot in it. So we've got that one. So we'll use some more grosgrain ribbon, I think. or should we use some of this? So not the greatest. And I want my wings about that, so I'm just, again, it's just what looks right with you. You don't have to measure. Don't get yourself worked up on measuring. If you're using scrap bits of ribbon and things like that, it's fine. Should we have that one underneath? Yeah, because we've got some. I'm going to use this. With the grosgrain, you've got lines to follow, so and again, just, where is it? Funny thing is, when you're messing on with naked flames, make sure you've not got anything that's inflammable lying about, or highly inflammable anyway. And again, I think I've got enough cotton on this one. So I'm just going up the line that I've creased in, and I'll just do them both together, I think. See how that goes. Again, with the grosgrain, you've got like little lines, so you once you've got your middle. And if you wanted to, you know, when you were doing this, you could put a bead, you know, so stitch a bead on each time. It's entirely up to you. Do your own thing. If you get ideas from this, then, you know, do your own ideas. I mean, you might already do this. I've not seen, I've seen it done with organza, with wire, and then beads at the bottom for dragonflies. But I've never seen 2 bits of ribbon like this done, so, but I'm not saying I invented it. It's just something that came to my head and I wanted to try it out. And I'm just putting that through there. And there we are. And I think we'll try the gold beads again, although there's not a lot of them. Put those ones back. Now put these ones back as well. You can use all pretty coloured beads. You know, you could use multiples. That one's gone on. I can see the holes in them, so I can kind of, that one's just gone on. The only thing is I don't want to get the bead stuck on them. Not in the middle of a video anyway. There, so we've got 3 beads. And this, you don't have to use 3 beads. You could stitch each one on individually if you wanted. It's entirely up to you, but it's just, it'll take too long, so. Again, I'm just coming up through and then going through the last bead. put some more on. That doesn't look as though it'll go on. No. I even tried a smaller needle, but there's one on. No, that's not going to go on. You can use bigger beads as well, it's entirely up to you. You can get so we've got our next 3 on. And then we'll go to the white, or the cream ribbon, should I say, and take that back through. There, and go back through the last bead. I think it'll just secure the bead on what I've done. I've got a little bit of, I've got threads stuck to me at the moment. Right, that's it. That last bead was a bit so I'm looking for the ones with the wide. That was good, because none of them did. Give me 2 seconds. I'll use these gold ones, and I think I think these are pin flare. I'm hoping that these are a little bit thicker. That one's gone on. Yep. 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 Those ones went on, no problem at all. So these are not glass, these are kind of the gold, they're like a gilt. So I'll just give that little bit of edge. And I'm just stitching that one in. I've just gone through the last bead and then through the ribbon again. And then I'm just and that should be enough, because it's getting stuck in anyway. So we'll put that over there. We'll put the lid back on there. So if if you've got sort of like beads and like bits of broken jewellery, it's another way of using them to decorate your little embellishments up. And these trays I got from Temu. I got 10 for 90 pence. They're actually nail charm trays. And there we are. So there we've got those ones. So we've got the grey one. That's better. And then we'll find out where we're going to put it in the album. I think I might do some, you could do really big ones as well if you wanted. So we've got one there. I think I might have this one on here. I just want to check that there's nowhere else it'll go. Oh, when I was sticking them down. See, I quite like that as well. Yeah, I'm going to put that one there. So again, just a bit of fabric glue. Grow grain's not too bad. It, you know, the glue doesn't sink through the material, but the satin it might, so we'll put that one there. And just press that down a little bit. Okay, now we've got the grey one. Now what are we going to do with the grey one? That's the last page. Actually looks nice there, but no. I think. I'm going to have that on there. I'm not going to have that on a... We've got them all on that facing page. I quite like it there, so that's what we'll do. Now with organza, you need to be careful. This glue does dry clear. So I mean it will dry, but now do I want it down there or do I want it up there? I'm going to have it up here. You know, we stick everything at the bottom of our pages and we kind of get bulked at the bottom and nothing at the top. That's why I like to do the little hidden paper clips, because we'll put them back in. Now we've got these on. You could put something heavy on that just to hold it down if you wanted. Like a paper clip. And that should be enough to hold it just until it dries. And then we've got our hidden paper clips. Now what I am going to do is I'm going to trim these this lace, and I'm going to do it from the back, and I'm going to get my little tiny Tim Holtz scissors because they've not been used on material enough to blunt them yet. That's it. Sorry about that, it cut out. So we were putting the hidden paper clips in, and I put them randomly, and I put them on the pages without lace. And what I was saying is, how cute does that look between the lace, the hidden paper clips, the the material ribbon butterflies. They look quite cute there. So I think we can take this one off now, because I think it'll be stuck. How is that? How cool is that? And then if you pull the journal that way, you can still see the hidden paper clips. So again, if you want to see how I put these the pages in these journals together, if you go to my YouTube channel, to the actual page where it shows you, where you can pick from the playlist and things like that, the top video under the introduction, it's a steampunk video, and I think it says creating a spine, and that's how I put these pages in. So I will see you in the next video. Bye.